working with the messenger to our knowledge. It's been a long work day. I get up at 4 and I work till about 9, 10 o'clock every day, and the rest is everyday life. I read a comment yesterday from the last couple programs that I released on YouTube about the situation in the country and how a lot of us are stuck as a country, as a society. Everything's on a standstill. It's all about there's no coronavirus. America doesn't want to do this, that, and the next thing. So the comment was from a YouTube administrator talking about how you can't talk about the president and the administration anymore unless you make some kind of money, unless you're progressive media like TYT, this, that, and the next thing, and they're going to be cracking down, come to find out. And I wanted to warn everybody around the world about what is coming. The comment talking about democracy and how we're living in an equal democracy. There is no such thing in America as democracy, and we're going to get into this very quickly because I think you need to hear this, especially if you're an American. For the past 10 to 15 years, we have watched democracy deteriorate and disintegrate into oblivion. The voting system in this country is so rigged, and it's so favoritist, and it's so cronyistic that no news station will touch this. All of a sudden in America, your vote is my vote. We're going to pick and choose some of the most wealthy and important people for the Republican Party. The Republican Party is not just checks and balances. It's a communism. It's a secret society. And you will never hear this from anyone else because it's very dangerous to say this on social media and mean it. I think a lot of progressive media wanted to cover this and touch this, but they didn't really know how to do it. So I'll just say it point blank because I don't have a membership and I'm not popular. Pretty soon your country is going to be so locked down, everyone's going to be at the same exact pay rate and level. Pretty soon you won't be able to say anything, do anything, unless their rules and laws say so. Kind of like now. All of a sudden the Trump administration is going to get another 4 years. And if you don't believe it, check out that stimulus check that's coming. $12,000 per person in households. The reason why Trump is okay with this is not because he wants to help the poor man. Absolutely not. That is not who he is. It's because the Republican Party wants him in. What you don't understand, America, is everybody keeps calling Trump stupid and big boy likes his trucks and all that other shit. He's a very smart man because he's selling it. The one thing nobody said about the Trump administration is Donald Trump knows how to sell the presidency. He sells the presidency like a wartime president. Oh, I'm like Nixon and Johnson and Hoover and all his other previous presidents. And he's not. He's a fucking bumbling idiot. But you don't know that because you're not seeing the bumbling idiot. You're seeing the wartime in charge, Charles in charge president. And what's going on is we're going to kill all our children pretty soon because we're sending them back to public school systems in which are not equipped for the coronavirus pandemic. America, we don't make enough money per state to even take care of these public school systems, rip out the original HVAC ventilation systems and put in up-to-date germ-light HVAC systems. And germ-light HVAC systems, America, are very expensive ventilation systems in which are found in hospitals and places of importance. There's ultraviolet lights inside the ventilation ducts in which transferring the oxygen and or air within the building and in the rooms, it goes into the system and you pretty much understand it. The ultraviolet lights kill the air and there's a filter at the end of each and every exit way in the ventilation systems in which pumps clean and purified air into the rooms. This is not what public schools are doing. So I really wanted to say that this afternoon and this morning, wherever you are, to remind the American people that please ignore the comment because some anonymous reason it keeps popping up. You do not have a democracy, and that should be concerning every American citizen in this country. I'll be the first one to say, you should be sick and tired of watching people march around like everything is okay. It's just going to go away. Every single CDC expert across the spectrum is warning and screaming and banging on tables that around the wintertime we're going to lose 60% of the population in the United States of America. And that is something that nobody is talking about, and I thought I would talk about. So please share this with a family member or a friend. And do not forget to take precautions going out into public, because it's nothing different. Your President of the United States is taking the numbers and shredding them, and putting up numbers that he finds suitable for his next election. Again, he is shredding the numbers along with every other member of the Trump administration and the Republican Party. And they are sending out numerous flyers, and you can look these up online. There's plenty of images of mail-in Republican Party memberships. They are blue, or it's probably different now, but the image I saw was over 30 years old, but they're still being mailed all over. You can check it on social media all over the country, and you sign on a dotted line if you are wealthy and or a person of importance, and they make you a member of the Republican Party. Share information which will not be discussed with the American people. If you are a Democrat, working class, or low income and or immigrant citizen. This has been going on since the 1950s. Along with regulations and last minute and last decision objectives in which the Pentagon and the Department of Defense have been drawing up since the Cold War era. So please be very vigilant and very attentive to your surroundings in your local communities and big cities across America. Your president is taking over the country, and your democracy has never truly existed. They sold you the idea of a perfect democracy for many years, and to get to that perfect democracy, you need to bring it down a little bit and introduce the idea to your local communities across the country and focus on state-level issues. It's going to take years to get these issues out of the federal level of government, because it's something that they don't want you to do and find out. So share it in the email before Big Brother and the YouTube administration and the big social media giant corporations take away all free speech and all important information for all of our fellow brothers and sisters. Peace and love.